Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another World of Warcraft Classic video. Today, I'm making this strange little video to share with you my excitement for this new, maybe not so new, but it's new to me, way to play Classic WoW. And I'm really excited by this, guys. I think the possibilities, the potential is huge for this. And if you maybe feel like something's missing from your Classic WoW experience, or you maybe are turned off by the current meta or state of affairs, I would appreciate it if you would just lend me your ears and your mind for a few minutes here, and I can explain to you why I'm so excited about this, and maybe we can do something with it and make it kind of a community initiative, or maybe some people might be interested. So anyway, let's get into it. The other day on stream, I wanted to, it was nighttime, and I wanted to stream. I didn't know what to do, and I thought, hey, let's try and do an Ironman challenge. I'd heard of this before, but I'd never really tried it myself. And what that really means is it's a new run, a fresh character that you make that only has one life. It's very similar to Diablo Hardcore. If any of you guys played Diablo, you might be familiar with that. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, one life, okay, piece of cake, I get it, one life, you're probably going to die, level 10 or something like that. I get it, doesn't sound like any big deal, right? What's so special about that? Guys, where do I start? Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? I actually don't know where to start. It changes everything. The entire game gets changed. The entire game gets changed. Playstyle, talents, itemization, strategies, the world, all content gets buffed to the moon and back. It is insane. You would think it wouldn't change that much. Try it. You're gonna be scared of enemies again. You are going to have a more kind of like healthy relationship with the World of Warcraft Classic world. This is a 15-plus-year-old world, and it's not sort of designed and engineered to withstand multi-boxing, 5 multi-boxed mages, or the ultimate min-max with spreadsheets and guides and theorycraft and calculators and stuff like this. The world is sort of under siege, this beautiful world that they crafted. And I'm not saying that's the wrong way to play it. I'm still going to indulge in that way of playing it, but this is another way to play it, right? That is just another option for you that I think you might enjoy, especially maybe on the side. It doesn't have to be your main thing, right? So pretty much you have one life to live, no group play, so you can't group up with others and get carried and do quests and stuff like that. We can talk about that if we want to have that be an option, maybe with other Ironman people, but there's something very wholesome about the idea that you do it yourself. You're not getting carried. You're just doing it 100% your own blood, sweat, and tears going into it. It's very satisfying, right? So no group play. You are able to put talent points in. This is my take on it, right? At least some people will say that the real Ironman way to play is with grays and whites with no talent points. To me, that's not classic. Like, part of the Ironman experience and what makes it appealing to both watch and play is that you're playing the game kind of properly, but you're doing it really cleanly. You're making good decisions that balance risk and reward and fun. And this is the third dimension here too that's so key to Ironman, because one of the other aspects I believe that makes a good Ironman and of a legitimate Ironman is that the entire run, from start, inception of the character, to final death in its dramatic fashion, must be recorded or streamed or captured from start to finish. If there's any gaps, it doesn't count. And you may think that's dramatic, but I think it's important because it'll hold people accountable. And the idea that we have the ability to stream and record content and share content in 2020 moving forward is the secret sauce here that allows us to be an actual legit community initiative that can be enforced and looked at and admired and appreciated. So you're balancing risk, you're balancing rewards, you're trying to get from point A to point B, which is from level 1 to level 60, and fun as well. So if you wanted to, min-max the Ironman experience and try and be as hyper-efficient as possible and kill mobs that are 5-6 levels below you, that are not social, that are neutral, beasts or something with a white weapon, and just plunk at it over and over again, that's not going to be viewed the same and appreciated and admired and respected as someone who goes out there and they risk it for the biscuit, right? They go out there, they're actually playing the game, doing the quest, killing Hogger, killing Belly Grub. We killed some of these legendary enemies of these simple low power level storied enemies. It's just so cool, so satisfying, man. And I'm so thankful that you guys have been hanging out with me and watching it, because it's been just as fun as it seems. I'm having the time of my life, and it's making me fear the world again. It's making me respect some of these simple enemies. Right now, in a world where everyone is multi-boxing and min-maxing and knows the most efficient way to tactically die from graveyard to graveyard, and everything is pixel perfect, a lot of the items, a lot of the talents, a lot of the enemies, a lot of the quests, they're not viable to do. They're not the most optimal to do. Here's the thing. Everything that's optimal, efficiency-wise, XP per hour, gold per hour, gets tossed out the friggin' window. Because this is a whole new world. Finite goods and services, scarcity of goods and services. It's just like real life. You have finite time on the planet. What are you going to do with it? And you're always in real life. Death is a real thing. There's no takebacks. It's very immersive in that sense when you have one life. So in Ironman, it's not about min-maxing XP per hour or gold per hour, because if you stretch it, if you push the content too hard and you try and do a quest that's orange or whatever, and you die, what's the point? It's like life, So you actually take the time to level your professions cleanly, keep them up to date with you, sit there and premeditate and talk with your community or stream or guild mates or friends that are also doing the challenge and go, look, man, I don't know what to do here. I'm at a crossroads. How should I proceed, right? And talk things through. And it's almost like slow and steady is optimal. How sick is that? Doing stuff like blacksmithing, optimal, kind of. You see what I'm saying here, right? It's a game changer. You're going to choose different talents. You're going to play differently. Even things like going into a new zone. We had this dilemma the other day. People are like, go to Darkshore. It's the most efficient XP per hour. How do I get to Darkshore if I get killed by, crocodiles on the way over there to Menethil? Not worth it. You really respect the power level of creatures in the world again. And it's so glorious, man. It is so much fun. I know a lot of you guys know the feel of leveling a character up efficiently through your own blood, sweat, and tears, keeping your professions up to date, mining, hitting those nodes yourself, and because if you're not doing Ironman, for those of you who are incapable of doing stuff purely just for fun, there always has to be some efficiency aspect to it, kind of like myself. You're just going to buy the mats from your main. You're just going to put a Crusader enchant on the person. You're just going to put minor move speed on the boots. You're just going to put your main on follow and mob tag everything or dungeon grind them, right? In this challenge, you won't do that, because your recording or your stream is keeping you accountable. It's holding you accountable, and it holds everyone accountable. And when you post and share this with the community, people are going to see that, right? So it kind of just shows how well you micro and macro manage, keep your professions up. There's just so much to do here. There's so much potential, guys. And honestly, this may be the rule set I'm telling you right now, but don't feel limited by this. Do whatever you want. Come up with another Ironman rule set, record it, and people can just take that at face value, right? And you're trying to strike a balance between risk, reward, and fun. These three dimensions right here. It is the spirit of Classic, right? And when your character does die, we will all die one day, it is dramatic. You will feel more attached to your character, right? But it's okay, because that character had a nice, awesome journey that you recorded from start to finish, and he lives on, or she lives on through that, right? That might be a little bit cringe to you, but hey, man, life's too short. I'm just gonna say it, and it's really just a lot of fun. You're gonna be doing a lot of quests that at different levels, and doing them differently in safer ways. It will change radically and fundamentally the way you engage with the world. It gives you, this is another thing, it gives you a real, viable, compelling, fun, competitive reason to make new characters over and over again, and to approach it differently each time, right? Because some of the best content, in my opinion, possibly the best content of Classic WoW, are some of these early levels, the pacing of the content, and how awesome it is when you do it yourself, and you go out there and you play well and you play efficiently and you're smart about things. And these low levels are some of the best, man. So give it a shot with your guild, try it solo, let's refine the format, and you can share your VODs on classicwow.live. This is a community grassroots website that I'm lucky enough to be a part of and help build. I'll put a link in the description below. But you're looking right now at my first Ironman. This is my very first attempt ever. His name is Iron Lad. So that's another thing. People will name themselves Iron XYZ. You don't have to do that, but if you do that, it's kind of dope, right? Because people see that and they go, "Damn, dude, this guy is this level. He only has one life." Or maybe they'll see that and they'll try and save you. Oh man, this guy's name's Iron Lad. This is probably one of those Iron Man characters. So if he sees your gear and your gear looks kind of scuffed or you don't look that strong, they're gonna go, oh man, this guy is an iron character though, so he's doing pretty good for an iron character. His weapon, you know, my weapon right here, massive battle axe of stamina, that may not look like much. Someone might have a smite's hammer, or they might have a taskmaster axe, or they might have a Varrigan's fist. They might be looking at me like, damn, this guy's scuffed, dude. He has this axe is trash. But it's different if they think that I did it myself. Everything you see here is a function of this character and this character's onlys, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, leveling all the professions up to what they're at right now. I'm proud of each skill point up in this. Engineering 151, mining 113, cooking 114, first aid 137. We did all that, you know, by ourselves alongside leveling this guy, right? And I think it's okay to engage with the auction house. I think it's okay to use greens and blues because that's kind of the fun of Classic WoW. Having consumables on deck, managing all these pieces, consumables, gear, you know, is really, really a riot, man. I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but if you have any questions or if you have any feedback to help refine this format more, let me know. Leave a comment in the description below. Hit me up on Discord. Let's talk about it. What do you think? You think it's bad? Do you think it's good? I'm playing on Bloodsail Buccaneers Alliance right now, so shout out to that server. It's a really good server. I would recommend playing on PvE personally. PvE servers are also kind of slept on, but you know, maybe that's the ultimate challenge, doing it on PvP. Mobs like Stitches, Hogger, Old Murkai, Foe Reaper 4000, these are some of the mobs we've taken on. And it's so cool to see them get some respect again, right? You're not just going from RFC to Wailing Caverns to SFK to SM to ZF to BRD and that's your leveling experience. No, there's actually a compelling and viable and competitive and just dope-ass way to play the game that is right here for us. And Classic WoW is your sandbox. Make the most of it. And because you're recording it and because people know that this is a thing, you know, you have this platform to play the game in this way and you don't have to feel bad about it. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'll be streaming the Adventures of Iron Lad more on my channel, and I'm just really happy the way this is turning out. It makes for really good stream content because, you know, this guy's whole life is on stream, every minute of his playtime, and it just offers such a good platform to socialize, to talk, because you're not speed leveling, you're not trying to, you know, keep up with your split time, you're premeditated, you're going slow and steady, you're talking with the stream. It gives you a chance to chill and enjoy this game. It's very therapeutic. But I'm gonna be playing this guy more on stream, and then once he dies, we'll grieve him and mourn him, and I'll probably do another one, new class, different approach. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good day. Hope everybody's doing good. Take care of yourselves. Life's too short, you know. Make the most of it. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, maybe try something different. Alright guys, take care. Thank you for all the support. It's been so live on stream recently. Peace out.